Hey everyone, Chris here from Slightly Off Topic. Just got in from seeing Gemini Man, starring Will Smith, directed by Ang Lee, who also directed Brokeback Mountain, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Life of Pi. First, I'm going to talk about the movie as a movie first, as the movie, as the story, and we'll just go on from there. Because it's something I want to save for the end, for the review, for the technology and stuff like that for the end. So the movie is about pretty much Will Smith. He's pretty much like the Jason Bourne. He's pretty much like Jason Bourne, assassin, hitman, wants to retire, just wants to go home and call it a day. But the government who he works for, coincidence, it's the United States, wants to tie up loose ends and wants to put a hit on him. When they put a hit on him, they send him to do it. A younger version of him. Somehow they found a way to clone him, and now that clone is chasing Will Smith's character down and trying to kill him. So a 25-year-old, 25-year-old is hunting down a 51-year-old man and trying to kill him. That is it. That is what this movie is. As a movie, it is it's something we've seen before. It's nothing special, to be perfectly honest with you. It wasn't boring, but it was like, there's got to be more to this than what's going on, right? Is there something hidden here? Is there something going on that we don't know about? And it wasn't there. Like, it just wasn't there. I'm not disappointed in the movie. I just thought there would be more than what was shown. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not disappointed in the movie. The reason why I'm not disappointed is because of the fact of the technology that went into the film and how the film was shot is something that Ang Lee took a chance on shooting it in this way. Okay, so if no one knows it yet, but Gemini Man is shot in 120 frames per second film. Like, we're used to seeing like 30 frames per second, or even sometimes 60 frames per second. No, this is 120 frames per second, which is like silky, stupid smooth. But there's only 14 theaters that will actually show it, that have the capabilities of showing it like that. And even then, they don't have the ability to actually really show it, because it's actually filmed with 8K cameras, and you got to go to a different country to actually really watch it and to like be mesmerized by the 8K and how smooth and beautiful everything looks. Don't get me wrong, I saw an IMAX here, and the regular IMAX, and it would being in 2K, and with the sound and everything like that, and with the screen, it was beautiful. It looked absolutely amazing. It really did. But the movie as a whole was not that great. It was straight to Netflix, straight to Redbox, rent it for one night, and return it, and don't think about it ever again. It's not like other technology films that Will Smith has had, like I would say like iRobot, which was at its time was kind of cool and kind of fascinating. And then you have Enemy of the State, which was cool and fascinating at the time. But this was just like, I don't know, I expected more. I wanted more than what I got. Yeah, I'm not. It was okay. It was bottom line just okay. I mean, if you really don't feel the need to go see it, then go see it. For the tech nerds out there that wants to see like a film like fill up a whole entire IMAX screen, because some movies don't really do that, and when they do, they fill up certain scenes are filmed in like true IMAX cameras. But this movie was actually filmed in, it seemed like in true IMAX camera, because it was like full screen the whole entire time. But yeah, it's just, as a movie as a whole, it was just nothing to like, oh my god, this movie's amazing. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. But I want to end the review with some positives. Okay, the the younger version Will Smith. How they did it was they took Will Smith, they put a rig on him, de-aged his face, and he acted just like he normally would act, just a younger version with a different, with a southern accent, which was actually kind of interesting to see him do that. It was actually, some of the facial works when they trying to de-age him. Because, I mean, you taking a 51-year-old man and bringing him down to 23. I mean, we know that Will Smith doesn't really age that much, but goodness gracious, you could definitely tell. It was, in some scenes, it was noticeably bad. But in some other scenes, when they're fighting and whatnot, it worked. When they're fighting against each other, it worked. I don't know how, but it worked. But when they're just casually just talking, it didn't work. It didn't work at all. Like, it was almost cringy at times. Gosh, I really don't want to hate on this movie so much. Okay, so that was another positive. The way it was shot was beautiful. Everything was great. Action was actually really good. The action in the movie was good. Even though it really wasn't that much action in it. The action that we saw was good. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I can do. It's somewhat okay. It's okay. But yeah, sorry. That is my review for Gemini Man. If you're really looking forward to this, if you really want to just go see a Will Smith movie, then I'm sure there are other better Will Smith movies to go see at home. But this is something you just get at Redbox and just pop in and watch, and then be like, okay, I saw it, that's cool, and return. It's really nothing to rave home about. But yeah, that is my review. Sorry I couldn't be more positive. Catch you guys in the next one.